Greetings. Welcome to Early Late Nights, the Explosion Network's gaming and esports news. I will be your narrator for tonight, or host thing. It's called a host? Yeah, it's a host, eh? Well, yes, you'll be having a real fun time tonight. There'll be plenty to see and or do, and enjoy yourselves, alright? Be pretty excited. It's 50 episodes. It's quite a lot, apparently. Oh, you want me to introduce him? Right, introducing your host, the one and the only Ciaran Marchant. That's a shit name. Marchant! Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. He's fired. Instantly. Gone. Gone. No chance. You're fired. Get out of here. Get. Welcome to Early Late Nights, episode 50, with me, your host, Ciaran Marchant. How exciting. How great. How fantastic. I've been looking forward to this episode since probably episode 47. It's probably why the declining quality of the last couple of episodes. I'm just like, get through them, and then we get there. We just get through the episodes, we get to 50, do something fun for episode 50. So here we are. Nah, there's been no quality drop. I'm great. But we are here for the Explosion Network's Australian gaming and esports news, live here on twitch.tv every Tuesday and Friday at 6:30 p.m. and going live on podcasts and VODs 7 o'clock every Wednesday, Wednesday and Saturday. I've been doing this for 50 episodes, still don't know the spiel. Still got no chance. Nada. Nothing. But I'm here. Here for you people. Here for me. That's all what we're doing. I'm excited. I'm super pumped. I'm super excited that I've been doing this show for, however many episodes, 50 episodes is, with doing two a week, so almost 25 weeks, probably more, I'm going to say 27 weeks of your life. Early Late Nights has been going on. It's probably a kid, never existed in a world without Early Late Nights. What a world he lives in. They live in. She lives in. They live in a good world. I know that. You know that. And it's been a week since I did anything. Friday felt super weird. I went and cried at the football Friday night. And then I didn't have a show to do. And it felt super odd. I was like, I've not done Early Late Nights in a week. There's probably heaps of news. And there has been a fair bit of news. Not overly heaps, but there has been a fair bit of news. Just so you know, we talked about it a little while ago now. The loot box inquiry that is currently being held by the Senate of Australia is been delayed by a week. It's been pushed back a week so they can gather more information. Now, what's interesting about this is that right now, European countries like, I believe, Sweden, the Netherlands, I believe Ireland and England are looking into this a lot more now. And it seems to be coming around that in some of those countries, you won't be able to purchase loot boxes unless you've got a verified account with that game, and you're verified to be over the age of the legal gambling limit for those countries. So those could be interesting. That could, define what Australia sees when they go to complete this inquiry and go forward with it. So keep an eye out for that. I'll give you all the details once the inquiry and the commission is released, and we'll see what happens with it. I'm interested. Australia does some weird stuff. Does some really weird stuff that I don't understand. So whatever happens. Moving right into last week. This is Ciaran's I told you so moment. I fucking told you so. It has been noted that in its first week, Tomb Raider has sold the lowest amount of physical copies of the game compared to any other there's the first one for episode 50. The first time Ciaran's mouth just stops working. It's the first time in the reboot that this is the lowest the physical sales have ever been. There isn't any results really to say that digital sales have gone up. We don't really get digital sales. They happen later in the track. But right now, brick and mortar sales, not so great for Tomb Raider. Could be lending itself to, as I've previously said, the Spider-Man release, how poor the promotion has been for that game. And the sad thing is that when I look at it and when I watch it through is that there's only a limited amount of, there's so much attention that we can get, and we're all putting our attention to Spider-Man, and every screenshot I see for Shadow of the Tomb Raider looks awesome, looks fantastic. all I see is fantastic things about it. And then we come through and it's like, yeah, nah, we good. We're Gucci fam, and it's how it goes, sadly. But we'll see where it leads. We'll see how Tomb Raider does, if it goes down as the hot pile of stinking garbage that I think it is, because in terms of sales, will it be one of these that reviewers absolutely love and public just doesn't buy because it was released improperly? God, I can't talk today. Taking a week off of talking hurts. Like talking, oh, don't even get me started on that. I'm not even gonna whinge. Also, out now on Switch. If you got a Switch, and you've probably already played Undertale, but Undertale has now been ported over to Switch. The port train onto the Nintendo Switch continues to flourish. You should grab an Undertale. If you haven't played Undertale, if you haven't played Undertale somehow, grab it on the Switch. It's a perfect game for a handheld console or a home console, but whatever. If you've got a home console and you've got a PlayStation, buy it on PlayStation, get the trophies. They're really easy. But pick it up on Switch. It's a fantastic game, and as I've always been a supporter of, continue to steamroll the freaking ports, people. Keep bringing in more and more ports of stuff that I want to play or haven't played or want to replay as a handheld. Keep bringing it. Keep doing it. Keep moving it forward. And also, good news for esports, I guess, Ninja is the cover star of ESPN's magazine this month. Yeah, cool. Good job, Ninja. Apparently there's a full spread in there and talking about his involvement with Fortnite and Twitch streaming, and we'll see what comes of that. Hopefully it's good. It's good for mainstream, It's good for mainstream popularity of streaming, of esports, of Fortnite, of Ninja himself. He's gonna get another 15 billion freaking views, so yeah. Hey, what are we going to say? Well, we're going to dive into the show this week. We're going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There's going to be a full exploration mode, a new mode in the game that I'm super excited about. The Australian Overwatch World Cup team, brain fart, World Cup team played in the group stages this weekend. I'll talk about how they went, how they're going to be looking in the future for them, as well as breaking down that event, as well as going to have a look at GTA Online. GTA Online, more and more players are starting to complain about other players and the content that's being put into GTA Online. We're going to look at what Rockstar Games can be doing to help them, where it can be looking to get some ideas from, as well as what led to this point. And it's a pretty simple question to answer. And finally, for the main part of the show, guys, I'm so excited. Did you see how much hand movement there was then? There was a lot. I'm super excited to interview my first interviewee person on the show tonight, and I'm bloody excited. I'm bloody pumped. They're a special person. They are the most inspirational person for early late nights, and the reason why I started this show. So we're gonna have an interview with them, have a chat with them, and discuss early late nights, the future of early late nights. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait. Let's dive in though. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I've been hot and cold in this game. It's normally pretty hot because anything ancient Greek is a win for me because I love ancient Greek mythology. The mythology they are incorporating inside Assassin's Creed is pretty full on, is pretty awesome. But I don't like that it's a year since Origins. I don't like it at all. And I'm just worried that it's going to suck or be really shallow. But hey, it's a different studio than made last year, so we'll see exactly how it comes but this is what came out recently after gameplay that various media types have had involved with the game now is that there's a new mode that's going to be fully explorable within Assassin's Creed Odyssey called Exploration Mode. Of course it's explorable, Ciaran. It's all about exploration. And what this is going to be doing, this is going to be restricting the amount of information on the map and on your HUD within the game so that if you want to find special points of interest or special side quests or more interactive areas and features, you're going to have to go looking for it. There's not going to be a little star on the map. There's not going to be good old Ciaran here going looking at the map being like, Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. It's been 3 hours since I touched the main story. Oh my god. It's just... And it's so interesting because, especially for Ubisoft, the history of Ubisoft in general for most of their games, especially their open world titles, is a map with heaps of collectibles and places to go and little side missions to go and complete and tick off and bases to destroy, towers to blow up, poor to feed. Do you feed poor in a game? Surely in one of the Assassin's Creed you fed poor in the game. Probably feed the poor people. Feed the poor. Help them out. But anyway, so they've kind of gone the opposite way with this exploration mode, where all of that is still in the game, but it's not in giant red flags spread out throughout the map. That's exciting. That's really, really interesting for me to see. It's really fun to having that element of exploration within the game that is not going to be based off what you see off the map. It's going to be natural exploration. It's going to be your adventure. You're not going to be the completionist. And, you know, there are people in the world that, like, I just want to tick things off on a map. I just want to tick, 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 tick. Awesome. You've still got the normal game mode in there. But if you want an experience that is feels a bit more natural, that it's all up to you of where you go, where you explore, what you miss, then this mode seems to be for me. And there has been some articles, especially on Kotaku, that reference that maybe it doesn't go as far as audience members are hoping for and players are hoping for. I'm super excited to see this, and maybe it doesn't go to the depths that people are hoping. Maybe it doesn't just give you a blank map with... All I need is the blank map with no icons. I think that would be cool. I still think maybe the icons are going to fill in as you find them. That's cool. That means you have a reference point, especially in cities and stuff. I'd really like to know where the shop is, where the mason is to build me a house. Why would I need a mason? Anyway, never mind. Where the blacksmith is to make me new weapons, all that good stuff. I hope that still fills in on the map or on the radar. But other than that, I hope it leads itself to exploration, to freedom of the player's storytelling. Because for me, as a dungeon master of D&D, as a player of RPG games, I love it when they leave it up to the player to craft their own version of the story they're trying to tell. What do you see? What do you miss? What do you try and do? It's a whole range, and I hope other games take this. Imagine The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 came out, I remember I got super overwhelmed by it because I was like, holy crap, there is so much stuff on this map. And I cried a little bit inside, and then I cleared that map, and then it's like, this is just the tutorial map. The other ones are bigger. And you're like, oh, God. But imagine if that just started blank, and it's just like, go find what you want, Geralt. If you want to just go do the main mission, go follow the main mission around. If you want to go searching into this forest that has no reason for you to go there, go do it. You hear a cry for help, go looking to see if you can help. And I think that leads to organic storytelling. It leads to great interaction between the player and between the game itself. And it leads to, those water cooler conversations or in the schoolyard or wherever you are. If you're in not even going there. But it leads to those conversations of, oh, awesome, did you see this? Oh, awesome, did you see that? Oh, awesome. And then it leads to a BuzzFeed article of 10 things you missed in Witcher, and we all hate it. But never mind. I hope you're excited for Assassin's Creed Origin, because I really am, and I'm really pumped for it. And the more and more they bring out, the more it looks like the team has worked really hard on the product. So we'll see exactly what they're going to bring to the table early October. So hold your seats, get your chariots, and sit in your wooden horses, prepared to fight. Yeah. Speaking of prepared to fight, Team Australia competed in the Thailand. God, words are hard. Words are so hard, everybody. But, Anyway, Australia competed in the Thailand group stage for Overwatch World Cup this weekend. And it was really weird watching Overwatch at a reasonable time, because most of the time we're getting up first thing in the morning and getting just really tired, or the game's finished and it's midday and we can play more Overwatch. Whereas this is like middle of the day, it's beginning. it's a normal time. It's really great. It's really fun. It's great to see such a range. I think the group stage for Thailand wasn't the most stacked group stage. There was a lot of teams would have one or two Overwatch League players or pros that we know of. It was great to see reinforced players part of Team Sweden, despite how poorly they did in many ways and how disappointing they were. But thankfully, thank God, because it came down to the wire, it came down to Australia's very last game. But Australia are going to Blizzcon along with China. China finishing in the top seed, Australia finishing in the second seed. If you haven't watched the games and you're an Overwatch fan, go check him out. Trill is an amazing main tank player. The amount of plays that Punk made in his off tank is amazing. To see Custer interact with some Australian talent is awesome. And I can't say enough good things about it. And for me, I looked at it and I thought, I'm super proud of the Australian team because they are what Australia respects in sport. It's what we see in sport. It's that determination, that never give up, that underdog story that Aussies are, that we did poorly against Denmark. We did really poorly against them, and I thought that was going to ruin it. But the team kept going. We fought back. It then came down to winning one map against China. After Sweden came through, decided, you Aussies are alright, we're going to play like a decent team for a match, and we're going to beat Denmark for you. Good on you. I hope the Australian team, popped a couple of brewskis. But then Australia went, and it looked poor. It looked really sad because Australia had to win one map. It went through 2 games, lost both of them, went to the third. Australia pulls it out. Australia pulled it out in the third and fourth match. Eventually, we lost the series because China seems to be a juggernaut when it comes to control points, but my oh my, was it great to see the Australians dig deep. Huss, you were hitting shots that no man should hit. There was multiple times where I had to pick my bottom jaw off the floor after stupid things that happened in the game. You're all monsters, and I'm super excited to see Team Australia move on to BlizzCon. It's going to be tough. Their second seed, it's going to put them in a bit of a disadvantage, but I can't wait to see them battle through. I really am super excited. BlizzCon is such a big event. The World Cup itself is such a great event, and it's going to be awesome to see more Aussie talents representing themselves on the world stage. Because this is the World Cup for me, not only for the big teams, but for these little teams like your Thailands, like your Chinese Taipeis. They get a chance to display the talent of their country to potential Overwatch teams. The league's added 8 teams. That's a whole bunch of roster spots that can be filled now by these up-and-coming players. There's also more contenders teams forming. There's going to be spots in the contenders team from contenders players moving up into the Overwatch League Overwatch League teams. So it's exciting to give them more involvement, and it's exciting to give them an opportunity, and I'm super proud of them for their expense. So later in November at BlizzCon, tune in, make sure you support the Aussies. It was really good to see the Aussies being involved in, especially there was a decent chunk of Aussie fans that travelled, because Thailand isn't too bad, travelled over there and really showed the Australian sporting spirit. So I'm really happy that's passed on to esports. Check out the World Cup. Stay right here on Early Late Nights for more Overwatch, esports, and all esports news, as well as all the latest on the Overwatch World Cup. I will be bringing you all here live each and every time it goes there. Let's move right along. GTA Online, the monster. Did you know today is 5 years since GTA had been released? 5 years. And each and every time in those 5 years, each week, GTA 5 is still on the best-selling games for that month. That's fucked. It's stupid. The game, it's probably the most successful game of all time. Flat out. There's so much interaction with its player base, and this is without the game having any story updates since 5 years ago. It's just all been GTA Online. You can go play GTA, play the story, play through. If you want to buy it now, it's no different. The story, single player mode, no different to how it was 5 years ago. GTA Online is a beast on its own. It's amazing. It's a phenomenon. The amount of effort and work Rockstar has put into GTA Online after its terrible beginning was absolute trash. I'm not gonna lie, it was really bad. But to see the growth and the effort Rockstar Games put into GTA Online has been astounding. The amount of vehicles and mission types and DLCs and weapons and characters that they've put into the game has been amazing. Has been fantastic. But as with all things, the players are in strife. And I talked about this a couple weeks ago. That the player base is worried because Rockstar keeps adding vehicles that are weaponized and bigger weapons and stupider weapons. And they're also at the same time forcing their players into public servers to complete different events, especially the recent After Dark event where all the nightclub missions couldn't be played in private servers, had to be played on public servers, which means that you have no choice of who you're playing with. You could have players in the middle of your mission randomly come and destroy you, take your money. You know, it's ridiculous. It's and I understand players' frustration, but at the same time, if they didn't add this content, players would be asking for it. So they're in a catch-22. And I don't really want to talk about the problem. The main problem really is that there's you can put money into the game to get digital money in the game so you can buy all this shit. So you don't have to work hard. So everybody with a credit card from their parents can just go grab millions of dollars in game and buy these ridiculous flying bikes and cars and bears, oh my. But what Rockstar should be doing is they should be treating, and I don't understand this confuses me. I think this is a bigger problem on console than it is on PC, because console is restricted to a very bare bones version of the matchmaking, of private servers. You know, you can't find a specific server and continually be on that one server. It'll randomly chuck you into a new server each time you go to the public section. It will incorporate your gameplay with any random players. There's no options where, for years, computer gaming has been server-based. You can pick a server and find a server you really like. Maybe the server's RP-based. Maybe the server is more PvE rather than PvP. And it lets you involve. And consoles don't get those options. Ever. Like, they don't get to have that included. And I find it baffling many of the time that we don't have that option. That we don't get involved with the whole show. The whole game. We're not getting the full features on console. It's all on PC. And PC gamers, and I know console fanboys hate PC master races, but they have a point. They have a point, and Rockstar needs to have a look at other games such as World of Warcraft, who do PvP so fantastically. Before you even log into the game, it's like PvP or PvE. It's up to you. Do you want to put yourself through shit? And then also, there's really only certain areas you can get PvP'd in. There's, areas only for your race or for your alliance or horde. There's a whole bunch of things that are super interesting. And I don't know why. It doesn't seem to be as big a problem. Yes, you can be camped on World of Warcraft. It's just part of the game. People bitch. They just log off and come back later. They don't. It's just part of the game now. Nobody really cares. And I don't think console gamers have ever had that. One of my favorite memories of World of Warcraft is actually because of PvP and because of being camped. There was a level 100 camping me when I was level 12. And it was like my second character ever. I was not that confident on it. And he was camping so hard in this area, just stomping everybody. And so I just typed in guild chat. I'm like, hey, I'm here. This is happening. Next minute, I have about 8 different level 100s rock up and destroy this person and just be like, oi, leave our buddy alone. And it was the coolest shit ever. Because to see 8 different characters just rock up on different assorted mounts and be like, oi, mate, I hear you're messing with our brother here, Ringo. Oi, get lost or we'll mess ya up. That's my impression of how my friends probably typed and stuff, or their characters. Probably didn't go like that. It really didn't. But, and I talk about this a lot with MMOs, is where they don't look at World of Warcraft or other successful MMOs to learn from them. They just kind of try and seem to grab it out themselves. And I understand that's where new ideas comes from, is trying to just do it yourself. But at the same time, if it's done really well, why not just try and improve on that and grow on that and excel at it? Rockstar, I'm looking at you. Fix your game. You people are whinging and I'm sick of listening to them. Now it's that time of the show that you've all come along to. You've all come along to see the greatest interview in early late nights history because it's the first. And it's a super special guest. They are a fantastic host. They are charismatic. Charismatic is the real word for that one. They're charismatic. They are respectable. They are inspiring. They are the reason I started this show. And I really can't wait to get this interview. So I'll just see if they're available. Yeah, no, they're ready. They're ready. Let's jump right into it, everybody. It's just been fantastic. Don't you agree? Wait a minute. Wait. Ah, he was talking in a different chat. Oh, God, the whole thing's ruined. It was ruined for you all. Close your eyes. God damn it. It was all coming together. Oh, just, you know, let's just cry a little bit together and we will just go through it and we'll just breathe. I'll see if he's actually ready. He's ready. Good. Excellent. Let's do this. Hey! Could you believe it? I couldn't believe it when I was asked to do the show, but I'm here. It's him! The number one host on the Explosion Network. That's what that man just said. That man said it. What a fantastic bloke he was is as well. Exactly. Such an ELN moment. Good on you. Yes! I am
Such
here.
an ELN moment.
For your delight. I'm excited. I hope you're excited.
Sorry, Ciaran. I messed it up. They're excited.
What have you got in store for me?
I've got lots installed for you, actually. I'm really happy. Thank you for being on the show. I caught you in a weird moment a second ago. We fixed it up. That's fine. What I want to start with is, what do you think of the first 50 episodes of Early Late Nights? What do you think?
Okay. Well, what do I think of Early Late Nights
Yeah,
so
that was
far?
the question, Ciaran. That was the question.
It's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed making the show. It's been a ride. It's been a journey overall. There's been so much change. There's so much development with me as a host. And who doesn't love me? Who doesn't love me as a host? I think I'm fantastic.
You are.
I'm a fantastic host.
You are fantastic, my friend.
So good at what I do. So great at it even. I think the show started off as, a way for me to develop it, a way for me to get my voice out there a little bit more. And it's been great. I think over the 50 episodes, we've done so much change. I've explored so many different options for how to make this show, how to create the show, what topics to put in the show.
Exactly.
Overall, it's just been fantastic. It's just been fantastic. Don't you agree?
I do think it's been amazing. It's been fantastic, and you're such an inspiration to us. And I need to know why did you start ELN? Like, why did you start this show? It's been
right. Yeah. Okay. So why Early Late Nights? Why did I make this show? Well, there's a tyrant called Dylan Blight of the Explosion Network who was
He's
putting me aside a little bit on Platinum Explosion. He was pushing me away.
I saw this.
Hiding my genius when it comes to comedy.
Yep.
And throughout all my attempts to murder him, he kept coming back.
He did.
It
Fucking
was
idiot.
disappointing. It really was. So I thought, screw it. Let's make my own show. Let's do half an hour of me 2 times a week. So the people who want me,
You're the people. You are the people.
they
want
get me. They get
do.
me.
You do.
Just
You
keep
get
letting
him.
on. They get a good bowl of hot steaming Ciaran, and they enjoy that. They really do enjoy that, and I deserve them. And I want a place to put my opinion out there and talk more in a longer format about topics.
I do know.
Less topics in a show, but just talk about them to more of an extent and present my ideas and opinions a little bit more for everybody. I think sometimes I don't get enough time to articulate, or I don't think things through. So for me to have a show that is 100% me putting in the work, it's fantastic. And for all the crap I give him, for all the times I attempt to murder him, Dylan Blight is the foundation of the Explosion. Dylan, without him, we don't get
pretty much half the stuff doesn't happen because he is the creative motivation behind it. He's so good at knowing how to get
so
things done.
kind,
If he can't do it, he goes and learns how to do it and fixes it. And I think so many of our shows rest on his laurels that I wanted something that was me. I wanted something that I hosted, that I did the research for, that I looked into. And Dylan helped me get it going. Dylan, of course, did my crazy theme and my entrance video. He helped me put together the background and set up my beautiful office.
He did. This office is amazing.
He gives me hints and tips every time I go live. He's always watching. And he's super supportive. But I wanted to develop myself as a host. I wanted to become better at that. I wanted to become more informed about the news. And I think it has. I'm now the guy in my friends groups or at the work, somebody will ask a question about a game and I'll be like, it's out here. This is what's going on with it. Have you heard that news? Because I've heard that news.
I have heard that news.
And I think it showed the growth in the Explosion Network as a whole
You're an
as we work
inspiration,
more
Ciaran.
on gaming news and esports news to really bring development and change to the genre. So it has been fantastic, and I'm fantastic. Like you can't go past this.
Exactly, Rick.
Can
Cry. You can't.
Yeah, no.
You're
that's
just
what
so
I-
amazing.
That's what I thought. Go on. Continue with your questioning. As
I
you
will.
host
Please,
the
sir.
show. Are you
I will.
sure you want to ask that question that way?
No, look, just I will. Okay, I will. I'll do it.
Sure.
Just let me. What's next? Has anything changed about
Right,
ELN? Has anything changed? Just look. You're looking. Okay. You're looking down. You just want to answer my question already, or right? Okay. Anytime. Anytime now.
Anything changed?
Yeah,
Has
that was the
anything
question.
changed?
Thank you. He caught up. He
Well,
sometimes
of
has
course it
to.
has. Every show
Big
goes through
brain.
change, and 50 episodes is really
Big
just
brain
the
has to
starting
really
point.
think.
50 episodes is a small beginning. It's an evolution of a product, and I think Early Late Nights has evolved so much. In the early episodes, I could barely hold a topic for a decent amount
You
of
were
time.
pretty shit.
I found it that I
I'm
was
gonna be
either
honest.
blathering or going on about the same topics, and,
Yeah.
and I still do blather, but I blather with
You
style
are, right now.
and I feel comfortable with just talking to myself in a room and talking to you guys. I really enjoy it, and I think
his people.
that has changed the most, and my hosting style has changed the most with a flow for a show. But also, I feel like I was at the beginning. I was putting too much emphasis on we need to have gimmicks. We need to have,
Yeah, I did.
gamer spotlight. Let's shine a spotlight. Let's do that. And it's like, well, I don't think this is the platform for that yet.
Don't
I don't
you?
think
Okay.
I've got the fan base or the audience base at the moment.
That's
or the
who cares about
confidence
you
of
then,
myself
really.
to be able to
Back
promote
then you were
others
nothing.
properly. So we put I put brakes on that, and hopefully we can come to that later once the show has grown again.
I hope so. Maybe people.
I've tried many
will
different
listen to you.
ways of being involved.
They listen to you
Try-
now.
You know, reacting to videos on the show. I did a Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer react.
What were you thinking?
And I think I'm finding my
Why
niche.
did
I'm
you
really
think
happy
that?
with doing more content based on Australian esports. I'm really happy doing
love that
content
shit. It's
on
obvious.
tabletop gaming and RPGs and even just the random segments of me talking about
You're
being a
babbling
dungeon
again.
master or being a player
wrap
of
it up.
D&D
Wrap it
and
up.
developing that is really fun. You know, I get Tales of Thalden to show that, but the creative process behind it and understanding my process, I don't get a spot really to talk about that. And,
You don't.
And this is what Early Late Nights has been. And you know, I talk about Overwatch too much because I'm so passionate
You
about
fucking
the
do,
game.
mate.
Or
Stop playing the game. You've got a problem.
I dip and dive through different topics, and I go on, you know, meandering kind of walks through my mind sometimes. So, yeah, as a whole, it's pretty fun. It's pretty enjoyable, and I think the changes that have made to the show have made it better. And I'm sure any changes going forward will make the show better and improve the show in every way. So, I'm excited to see that.
You've gone there. Let's talk about it.
Of course, you are.
I didn't even say anything about that, but whatever. Of course I am. But what's
Yes,
next for
okay,
ELN?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Just talk over
Well,
me. It's fine.
I've alluded to it already. There are changes coming. Already, I'm thinking of new ways to enhance the show. And
Of course
as I
you
said,
are,
Australian
Ciaran.
esports is a
Big
really
brain.
big thing. So I want to start doing more interviews with members of the Australian esports community.
should open your
I want
eyes
to start
more.
talking to more and more people about esports. I want to bring you more players' perspective, maybe coaching perspectives, maybe even organizational perspectives. I'm super excited and super interested to see that as well. Twitch streamers and
course, of
all
course.
kinds of people. It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited for it. So
Yeah, I'm glad you are.
hey, I hope we'll see it soon. And you know what?
Here it is. Ciaran, I'm giving you this one, mate. I'm giving you this one.
Our first exclusive. Let's
This is
go.
an exclusive.
Let's
world
go.
First.
World
Tomorrow,
first.
I will be completing an interview with a very
Tomorrow?
special guest. The interview is going
Wednesday?
to go, hopefully, will be on the show Friday, and you'll find the full
Friday?
interview live on explosionnetwork.com later in the week. Check out our Twitters. Ciaran, you handle those.
I'll do it, sir.
Check
I've
out
got it
all the
covered.
Twitters. Keep an eye out because I'll reveal who it is and ask for questions to
Reveals
especially if you're a lover
tomorrow.
of Australian esports and Overwatch, which I think is a great place to start. Of course I do. Now,
Watch.
I have wasted too much time on this interview. I have much better things to do.
No,
I have
you
a
don't.
show of my own. to
Please
prepare
let me
for.
ask one more question. I
Can't
beg
be
you.
here.
Just one more
My
question.
own early late nights.
You do,
Some
but
point later.
just please one
I don't know what I'm
more.
going for it yet. It's going to be chaotically fun, but I'm excited for it. Hope you are too.
Please,
Now,
please, please.
look, okay,
One
hurry
more.
up with your last one, please. Far out.
Thank God.
Just hurry up, hurry up.
What's your favourite moment? Okay, what is your favourite moment of early late nights? There's probably lots.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You said you were in a hurry. Hurry the fuck
I
up.
see. Favorite moments.
What was that hair flick?
Well, my favorite moments is looking at my face every time I do this show. Of course, no.
I like.
For me,
looking
it's
at
the
it
little
too.
things, the little screw ups that I do that I find hilarious. The random moments in the show where I completely lose all track of thought and I go blank for a second, and you see
Happened
my
this
gears
show, mate.
turning and go, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Happened.
To see that kind of happen is really fun.
That time Dylan hosted.
Yeah, I'm going to say that as well as any moment where I forget the music. Any moment where I leave the
Almost
music
did it
on
tonight.
and I ruin a show with it.
True story.
Is something to look back on, and I look fondly on that because it shows there is growth on the show and growth of me as a person. So it's fantastic. Now I'm leaving.
Please,
I'm leaving
okay,
this time.
you can go. Thank you very much for joining
You better
us.
leave me alone. All right.
I'll leave you.
All right.
Good.
Just yeah. All right. Goodbye,
Bye.
fans. Show him some love. He's pretty good looking, I think.
He's so nice. He's so kind. And he's just gonna leave. He's just leaving it there. And he's back in his chair, just sitting there. Huh. Teleportation powers. Thank you very much. If you stayed to watch that, if you haven't closed down the internet, I appreciate you. I'm so grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me for episode 50 of Early Late Nights. Please stay tuned at Explosion Pod or at mine, at Ringo. No, your boy Ringo. At your boy Ringo on Twitter. Or on our Facebook page, explosionnetwork.com is our website. Facebook.com/explosionnetwork. Keep an eye out there for our announcement on who I will be interviewing. Hopefully, as long as they don't cancel ever on me, I'll be interviewing them hopefully tomorrow night, and then we'll have more information on the interview before the show on Friday. If you want to follow the channel, please press that heart button. If you want to go youtube.com/Explosion Network, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the little bell so you join our notification gang. I really appreciate you for watching this show. Thank you very much for being a part of 50 episodes. Here's to 50 more. I can't wait for it. I guess my new favorite moment is fucking up the start of my own interview, but whatever. It was a bit, everybody. It was a bit, and I loved it. Have a good night. I'll see you Friday night. Oh, and after 8 o'clock Friday, afterwards, reacting, spoiler, talking about Spider-Man. Be there, be square. I'm going to do something else. Thank you very much. Have a good day.